Hi, this is Gramma, and she would like to introduce a new precedent that she discovered in her own backyard today. Mary volunteered from the food bank to be my mentor in growing this garden, and found out that she is knowledgeable in a great many areas. And so I think I'd like to move to the one you think is the biggest problem in Bellingham, and that is what we do. Tell us your idea about what landfill really is and what we need to focus on to be true to the concept.
Okay. My belief is that waste is wasteful. It's a sign of being wasteful. And most of the time the United States has been in existence, waste was considered a sin. It was stupid. Why would you waste anything? And then conspicuous consumption began, really only in the 50s. And since then, we have been on hell-bent to produce almost as much waste as we can.
It's a sign of being a good consumer.
That's what we've been told, right? And the presidents say, go buy things, It's like, wait, why? And throw out things just because you're tired of them, and because there's something newer and greater, and that's wasteful. So, and one of the two things that are visible from space is on this planet is the landfill in Los Angeles County, Puente Hills landfill. And
plus the Great Wall of China.
Plus the Great, that's the other one. But think about it. And yes, there's a lot of people there, but that isn't the only one. And here in Washington, we have a landfill on the Columbia River. We know that landfills leak. Oh, great. So we will eventually poison the river, and we will poison the ocean, on which we are completely dependent. So my passion about waste and calling it what it is, I am at odds with the waste management systems of the world because they call it waste instead of calling it landfill, and it lets people disconnect from what they are putting out at the curb to make it go away. They don't want to think about it, just pick it up and make it go away. So what I like gardens. I think they're great. They produce lots of wonderful things, and they can produce a lot of waste. If you are hauling in mulch in a plastic bag, what happens to that plastic bag? And most gardeners will say they put it in the trash. Say they just throw it away. And I say, where does it go? And they don't actually know. So yes, you can have a beautiful garden, but if you're creating waste, then there's just this disconnect. And I think that disconnect needs to be connected.
You do some things to make that connection happen. Tell us about that.
I do. I offer to everybody I know, you included.
I'll have a lecture after you leave.
to help people zero waste their house. Because what I found is that a lot of people don't know what to do. They don't know where to take something to recycle it. They want to. They're well-meaning, but there's a gap in knowledge. And then past the homes, every event that I volunteer for and every organization that I'm involved in, I say, I'm happy to help with this, and I want it to be a zero waste event. And I will do the work, and I will staff the barrels. I will do what needs to happen for that zero waste.
That's an amazing concept, a zero waste event.
Zero waste event.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you're a precedent. I haven't heard of that before. Tell me what else you do.
As far as zero waste.
To make it happen.
To make it happen, well.
And you might connect it with the one that's happening.
Yeah.
That you're doing.
Oh, right. Well, Project Homeless Connect is an interesting one because I call waste the great equalizer. Everybody creates waste. It's really an and people value it differently. And my observation is a lot of people who are homeless value what they have more so than people who have more waste because they have more resources. And so I find our clients or the guests who come to the Project Homeless Connect are very responsive when I ask them to participate in a zero waste event. They, in a lot of ways, they live a zero waste life.
It's true.
It is true,
It's
and
true.
it's such an honor for me to talk to them and get a handle on how much smarter about certain things they are than those of us who are lucky enough to have homes. So we go, and so this year we've asked all the medical providers, all the service providers, all the volunteers, all the guests to participate in having a zero waste event. We've notified everybody that's happening. I will have set up 2 full, what I call banks of barrels, meaning compost, recycling, paper, newspaper, cardboard, plastic, and so that every person who has any piece of trash goes by me. Essentially.
And I don't think they're going to get by you. Well, thank you.
Yes,
thank you so
you're
much.
Welcome.
She's mentoring me and Kristen on our garden. And this is a really important function, that to have zero waste events. And please support this noble precedent that appeared in my backyard this morning. Mary.
Thank you.